What's up, fam? I am just riding high right now. We're in New York City, as you can see, and it's awesome. It's like Christmas time. It's a magical place, and and this morning I was a guest on the Zero to Travel podcast, which is awesome because one, not only am I a huge fan, that was actually literally the first podcast I ever listened to, but secondly, it's a big deal. It's a huge podcast. It's like top 10 on Apple, Google, Spotify for travel podcasts. I'm pretty excited, and it was awesome. It was such a great time. Unfortunately, if you want to hear that podcast, you're going to have to wait a while. It's probably going to be a year, maybe longer, before he releases it, because we're doing sort of a two-part in one episode where I talk about our move before it happens and then after it happens. So for the time being, if you want to hang out with me, you'll have to do it on this channel. No, I don't know how it's gonna be, but I'm ready for anything. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Firewalking Journey channel, where I talk about things that matter to me as a location-independent entrepreneur and investor. So last video I talked about our preparations for moving abroad, and the category that I focused on was what we're doing with our house, our car, and just all of our household belongings. So in this video, we're going to move on to category number 2, which is insurance. Next is insurance, and there's several different types, and so I'll start with health insurance. The truth is actually that right now we don't have health insurance coverage. For the last couple of years, we have been part of a non-religious, a secular medical sharing community. We have been happy with it. Of course, you know, when it comes to health insurance, you're happy until you're not, right? Originally, when we were going to travel around North America, when we leave the US, our medical share is still good wherever we go, and so I was going to continue to keep us in that medical share until 8-9 months from now when we do move to Taiwan, because in Taiwan the moment we step foot in Taiwan, we actually will be eligible for the national health insurance. But one nice wrinkle in all of this is something that I've sort of been teasing in my last few videos, is that my wife actually is becoming a full-time employee now, and she's going to get some kind of health insurance benefits. It's actually happening as we speak, so we don't really know the details of that yet, but if it does extend to the whole family, then obviously we can sort of drop the medical share community. It's Sedera, by the way, I should say, is the community that we're a part of. So as it turns out, my wife does get insurance benefits that cover her entire family, so we're now all on her insurance plan. It was kind of a push because our out-of-pocket monthly insurance premiums is a little bit higher than the monthly cost of the medical share, but of course it does provide more comprehensive protections, and it also gives us certain benefits on sort of a routine checkup basis that we weren't getting at all. So it's worthwhile ultimately, but it's not quite as great of an improvement as I was hoping for. So I mean, that said, if you're shopping for insurance, definitely check out some of these medical share communities. There's pros and cons to them, but it's worth looking into. So aside from health insurance, there's also travel insurance, and if I was embarking on some form of long-term travel, if that's something that you're doing, I would really, really highly recommend travel insurance. There's a lot of providers these days and a lot of competition, which is good for the consumer. I think there are some great options. I'm not going to go over that now because I'm actually not planning to get travel insurance for us for this coming year. Because we're really not doing any long travel. I believe right now with our current itinerary, we're really going to be out of the country for less than 5 weeks at a time. I book pretty much all of our travel with my Chase Sapphire Reserve card, and they offer pretty decent travel insurance for trips of 60 days or less. This is as of 6 to 9 months ago. That could have changed, but last time I checked, they also have pretty decent medical benefits as well when you're traveling. So I feel fine not getting additional travel insurance. Third item under insurance is auto insurance, and since we won't be having a car anymore, but I do imagine that I will be driving, a month or 2 months a year in the US. I'm going to look into a non-owner insurance policy. Basically, that's auto insurance for people who don't own a car, and I want to do this for a couple of reasons. One, I did mention the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and most credit cards do offer good rental insurance, but it doesn't cover sort of liability for other damage besides the vehicle that you're renting. So having an additional non-owner insurance policy would be able to offer liability coverage, and it would also extend coverage to using car sharing services like Turo, which I have used a couple times now and plan to use on occasion in the future, and then borrowing cars, so from friends and family. Again, non-owner insurance policy, I'll be looking at those and also sort of comparing it to if I were to add myself onto my parents' auto insurance policy, and what the cost differential would be to do something like that. We could also add Kelly, but probably it'll just work out best if she just doesn't have to drive. When we first started dating early on, one of Kelly's stated goals, I don't remember how it came up exactly, but she told me that one of her life goals was to someday never have to drive again. And as I got to know her and observed her driving, that became a goal for me as well. And the last thing under insurance I was going to mention is wills. We have our 2 kids and we are looking at traveling around the world. It's probably very good for us to have a will, but that is something that we haven't even started on at all. Yeah, I feel a little unjustified in saying this, but it definitely is an important thing to get your wills and really all the estate planning matters in order. The kind of thing that you can easily procrastinate on doing for so many different reasons. It's complex, and it's also an emotional category that you'd rather not address. But it's very important, and we realize it's something that we really should do. So that's it for the insurance category. Stay tuned for the next video where I'll talk about communications, telecommunications items. As always, peace.